Welcome to the first ever State of the Shop episode. This is a video series that I've been wanting to do for a while now, where it's going to allow me to get a little bit more personal with all of you and discuss things that just don't fit in my regular videos. Things like my goals for the channel and maybe some projects that I'm thinking about doing, or tools that I picked up recently that I think you might find useful that you maybe don't even know existed, or little tips and tricks that I picked up along the way. Whatever it is that doesn't fit in those videos, this is a place where I can share them with you. By the way, we are doing our first ever giveaway, and I will give you the details in a little while. My name is Alessandro, and I am first generation Italian. Both my parents were born in Italy, and this is my channel. If you're new here, I started this channel in 2019, and it has been growing steadily ever since then. Some of you who have been watching the channel probably wonder, like, what do I do for a living? I am actually not a contractor. I am a history teacher, and I've been doing that for about 20 years now, and this is my other gig. Now, obviously, I learned how to do a lot of this stuff somewhere along the way. When I was younger, I did do some contracting, especially when I was in college, and I picked up a lot of things from other people. But most of it was self-taught. When I was a kid, I was always in the garage building things with my dad's tools or my grandfather's tools, and I was around a lot of DIY stuff because my father and my grandfather were pretty handy. But this is, I guess, another level. What I've been doing in the shop here is definitely a whole nother level of work. So, you know, I'm learning as I go, like most of you. Now, the state of the shop, well, I'm not proud of the state of my shop, and as you can see, it needs work, a lot of work. I should be much more organized, the shop should be cleaner, and unfortunately it's not. It's nowhere near what I want it to be. I have things all over the place, and I know what my problems are. I have two problems. First, I don't have a place for everything. You need to have a place for everything. That way they're just not, you know, building clutter in corners or on shelves. The other problem is I don't have time. I do have two small children, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, which take up a lot of my time, so it keeps me away from doing a lot of the things that I would love to do in here. But eventually we'll get there. There is actually a third problem that I have in this shop. There are things that just have no business being in here, and they just are. For example, yep, that's a prosciutto. And I know, you all have one of these in your shop. Since we're on the subject of prosciutto, let me share with you my very first giveaway. You may remember this from a recent video. This is a charcuterie board made out of walnut. It is split, and it has a fake live edge to it. Now, I'm actually going to be selling some of these, hopefully by the end of February, but this one is going to be given away to somebody. So let me tell you how you can win this. You need to either be a resident of the United States or Canada. In the future, we'll do giveaways that expand to other parts of the world. You will need to follow and like the post. You will need to tag 2 friends you think might like to enter and win one of these. And you need to also answer one question. What would you put on this if you won it? So my big goal this year, and kind of my New Year's resolution for the channel, is shop beautification. And what that entails is to make the shop look nicer and also to get much more organized. I want a place for everything, and I want to improve the workflow. I want it to be perfect. And I know I'll never get there, but this is much further away from perfect than I should be. Let's talk tools for a second. I found a very cool and very useful, inexpensive tool that is going to solve a problem which I'm sure every single woodworker has from time to time. This is a nail set. Now, this nail set is a little bit different than your traditional nail set because it's spring-loaded, and it lets you drive a nail that's proud deep into the wood without ruining the surface of the wood. It also comes with a hinge remover, which makes removing a door hinge super easy. I mean, you're talking about a lot of pounds of pressure when you pull this spring back and you snap it. So check it out. While we're on the topic of tools, I wasn't going to get into this today, but I just ran into a little trouble with this, so I thought I should share. I don't know about you, but I used to love Porter Cable as a brand. I thought they made great tools. But over the last 10 years, I've had nothing but problems with the new stuff that I've bought, including this gun right here. I mean, there's not much to these guns. It's a pretty simple concept, but there is a problem with it, and let me show you. The problem with this gun is that when I try to load it up, this little piece right here, which is supposed to keep the nails pressed up to where the air is going to be released, shifts everything out of line. It shifts it out that way, and so when I do try to fire it, it misfires every time. What is your experience with Porter Cable now? I mean, am I just unlucky a lot of times, or are they just making crappy tools now? One of my favorite hacks I saw somewhere on social media, don't remember where, and it was game-changing for me. So let me show you. If you're ever using any finishing nails and then you want to fill them in with wood filler, usually you end up filling it in and then you sand it down and you always have this residue, which is really annoying. And if you're staining something, it comes up and it looks awful. So here's the little tip that I saw on social media, which I think is going to be a huge help. First, get some painter's tape. Then, nail your pieces. Then use your favorite filler and you let it dry. Then peel the tape and sand. And there is a perfect looking fill. That's a wrap, everybody. Hopefully the next time I do one of these episodes, I can say that the state of the shop is much improved. If you want a shot at winning the charcuterie board, check the description below for details on how to enter. I hope everyone is doing well, and I will see you in the next one. All right, you got me. Gotta take advantage of it if you have it, right?